to that rule. Here come Chelsea then. We'll get to the team news shortly, but there are a good number of changes from Monday night. Some players who you might not have seen before. Opportunity knocking. Teams in PL2 play at least 3 games in their main stadium every season, so this is Chelsea's first of those, and as you can see, there are a good number of supporters just down below us in the lower tier of the East Stand, here to have a look at the next generation. Mentioned Chelsea changes. Teddy Sharman-Lowe starts in goal, the 18-year-old. This is his first appearance at PL2. He's had some injury problems. Was on loan at his first club, Burton, last season. Elsewhere, Harvey Vale, who got that brace, he starts again. And Tommy mentioned Jaden Wareham, only 18 years old, off the bench for the last 10 minutes against Tottenham. He has scored at first-team level for Woking. Looking forward to seeing what he can bring. Xavier Mbayamba wears the captain's armband tonight. Sam McClelland is on the bench. He was the skipper on Monday. Manchester United, a few names you'll know here. Shola Shoretire played several times for the first team last season, and if you think you recognise the names Savage and Wellens, well, Charlie Wellens is the son of Richie, who's a Doncaster manager, former United youth player himself, and Charlie Savage, wearing number 8, playing in central midfield with a curtain-style haircut. Yes, he is Robbie's son. Just the 4 subs that United have named tonight. Chelsea got Jude Soonsup-Bell on the bench, which is good, but there is Jaden Wareham. It's interesting, Tommy, isn't it? You mentioned, well, he's going to playing at Stamford Bridge all of a sudden. He has played first-team football. He got a brace for Woking late on at Bromley in January, and that's a derby game for them, so that's, you know, a competitive fixture. He's used to that kind of thing. But it's chalk and cheese, isn't it? Playing PL2 at Stamford Bridge to playing a senior game in the National League. Well,
Bromley and Woking are both strong in that league. So, as you say, it was a tough gig for them. And, yeah, I mean, he came through that with flying colours and got a couple of goals. So this won't faze him tonight, but it's a totally different stage for the young man. And one I'm sure he'll embrace and enjoy. But, as I said, there's a few changes from the other night. And, obviously, I don't know if that's due to injury or just fatigue, because it was a tough night's work.
Yeah, like Sam McClelland and Dion Rankin on the bench, having started on Monday for Beamer 2. The referee is Alan Dale. Harvey Vale's about to kick things off for Chelsea here. Going towards the Matthew Harding stand in the first half. Usually well worth watching when these two meet. You're almost guaranteed goals, in fact. There have been 13 goals in the 2 meetings between them last season alone. You might have joined us for Chelsea battering United 6-1 at Kingsmeadow in December. And then United handed out a thumping of their own in April, 4-2, although that came with a caveat, because the Chelsea goalkeeper, Lucas Bergstrom, was sent off pretty early on that night. Here is Mbuyamba wearing the captain's armband tonight. So it looks like similar formation to what we've become used to and what we saw on Monday, Tommy.
Yep, exactly that. George Nunn playing on the left as a wing back. Obviously, Josh Brooking comes back in as a centre half. He came on as sub, played as a wing back, but obviously Silko Thomas takes that role up today. Same formation, slightly different team.
There's Alvaro Fernandez. You'll have seen him play against Chelsea a couple of times before. He was a PL2 regular last season. This is Hugo Wirth, Dutchman, sending across him, which is repelled pretty comfortably by Mbuyamba. United will want to start on the front foot because they were passive against Leicester in their first game, and as Chelsea were lucky to get a point against Spurs, so were United against Leicester. Here's Shoretire looking for room for a shot, was just about put off. Trying to work it through to Charlie McNeil, and United have got themselves an early corner. It's been a bright start from them.
Yeah, minute in, United pressing high up the pitch when Chelsea have the ball, nicked the ball there, and McNeil nearly got on the end of it. Silko Thomas just come along and got it away for a set piece, but they start just that little bit brighter, but only a minute in.
Savage was thinking about taking the corner. Shoretire's over there as well. And Savage, who sent it in, it was allowed to travel a long way as well. Nobody in red could get there inside the penalty area, but Swiderski picked it up just outside and sent in a decent-looking cross too. Chelsea struggling to get it away. Savage couldn't get the shot off, and now it is cleared up to the relative safety of halfway. Fernandez. That is careless.
Well, it's careless, but I'm sure Chelsea will be appreciative of it because 2 minutes in, they're right under the cosh. But a misplaced pass gives us a chance to get our breath.
There's Silko Thomas, we saw a bit of in this competition towards the back end of last season. Teddy Sharman Lowe, we're getting our first look at. England under-17 international between the posts for Chelsea tonight.
It's the first time I've seen him. He's got good shape, hasn't he? Good shape for a goalkeeper. I saw his warm-up and looked very sharp with his shot saving. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing him play tonight.
Lucas Bergstrom not involved tonight. Ethan Wadey is the sub-keeper on the bench. Announced this week that Carlo Ziga, who was in goal for this team for a lot of last season, has gone into the Slovenian second division on loan. I know you and Ben talked about it a lot on Monday, but it's worth pointing out for anybody who missed that this is a much different group to the one that was last year because of the various departures, whether it be permanent or on loan. Yeah,
we've lost a lot of our quality bodies from last year, and it's a very young squad. So, you know, I think the expectancy is not as high as it was last year. You know, Andy's always challenging for titles. We finished second last year to run away Manchester City. So, if he does the same this year, it's a great achievement because this team, as I said, is young and is learning their trade.
Yeah, United were down in 8th last season. Here's Shura-Tiré. Oh, put it through the legs of Elliott and then looked to bend one and hit the stanchion rather than the goal. Yeah,
fantastic bit of individual play. Let the throw come across him there and took it in field there. Josh Brooking can't get close to him and just sort of picks his spot, tries to pick his spot at the far stick, overhits it wide of that far post. But a good play from the young winger there.
Here's Mbuyamba. Webster out for Silko Thomas. Can play as a right winger as well as a right-sided defender. Thomas, he'll be doing a bit of both tonight. Mate Kovar is the United goalkeeper. He saved the penalty against Leicester. This is Alowu. Webster had a look over his shoulder before he got that, and then Savage put his foot in and won it cleanly.
Yeah, good tackle from Savage, well timed now. That's the position I love Charlie Webster there, when he can break and go that back four. He can shoot from distance or he can pick a pass, but to be fair, Savage got back and did well there.
Sounds strange saying that. Good tackle by Savage. Savage did well there.
Yeah, I don't think that was said a lot during his career, but his son's obviously a better version.
Of course, Robbie was at Manchester United. He was part of the class of '92, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was there for a long time, as you say. And listen, had a good career.
It's Fernandez looking to switch it left to right. Nice idea. Dimani Mella couldn't quite catch up to it.
Well, I don't think Mella was as alert as he was, because it was a great ball hitting behind George Nunn there, but he didn't get on the end of it. Great ball.
Webster swishing his boot and switching it right to left out to George Nunn. Wareham in the middle. Oh, it's a good ball as well. He got something on that as well, Jaden Wareham. Just couldn't quite steer it on target. Well, much better from Chelsea.
Absolutely fantastic. Got our foot on the ball. Fantastic ball left to right from, right to left from Charlie Webster. George Nunn gets it out of his feet. It's a great ball into the near post. I think Jaden Wareham does get a touch on him. I think you're right. I think he gets the first touch here. And the defender, between the defender and the goalkeeper, they just do enough to put him off. But great sequence of play from Chelsea.
Mentioned there's goals when these two meet. Minimum of 4 in each of the last 5 meetings at this level, all the way back to 2016. There's some big Youth Cup ties between them as well. And Tammy Abraham starring in one, and Mason Mount as well, and Mason Greenwood too got a hat-trick against Chelsea in the Youth Cup a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Remember that, yeah. And I think one of the years we beat them at Manchester, Marcus Rashford was in the other team. I think we beat them 6. So there's been a few stars come out of the battles.
Here's Fernandez.
Oh. If Silko Thomas's touch is better there, Fernandez has left a big space for us to attack on this right-hand side there, but touch let him down.
Lovely rolling it across to Alowu. Nice sense of urgency about the game in the opening 7 minutes. Be a bit more adrenaline, of course, went there for these guys playing here rather than at Lee or at Kingsmeadow. Here's McNeil. Oh, it's bounced back off Sharman Lowe, and then he got lucky. It fell to a defender there. Savage, brilliant save, second time round.
That is a top draw save from a boy who's making his debut. I have to say, Mbuyamba gets caught here. He tries to play offside, and there's no chance he steps up, but he doesn't realise Bashir Humphries has gone in behind him. The angle doesn't favour the striker, but he actually gets a good strike in. He makes the save, hits the post, comes out Savage, really hits it well with his left foot, but that's a great reaction save to get it wide of that far post. Mbuyamba's got to be aware of what's behind him there. He can't just step up and let the forward get in behind him. Bashir Humphries is covering there, and as I said, we got lucky.
From the corner, the last touch was off a Chelsea player. There'll be another one from the other side. Well, Sharman Lowe, how many times have you seen it happen where the ball comes off the post, hits the goalkeeper and goes in? But once he got that slice of luck, he made the most of it with the second save.
Well, I think, as I said, he actually made contact with the first shot, as you're right, Matt, and pushed it against the post. Got a little bit lucky with a ricochet, but the second save was world class and a great way to introduce yourself to the fans 8 minutes in.
Savage is going to take this one from just down below us. That was not his best work. Not as far as Fernandez. George Nunn, who, if you missed a year of PL2 football, is now a left wing back. He was a striker. Another sloppy pass from Fernandez.
He's been very loose with 2 or 3 of his passes.
Nice from McEachran, though, into Werner.
Good tackle. Oh!
The referee was a bit closer and he felt otherwise.
Well, I felt the first contact was with the ball. There was certainly contact on Wareham when he's actually touched the ball first. But referee, as you said, had a great view, far better than I, and give the decision right on the edge of the box. You can see the ball from McEachran here. Just gets through to him, little 1-2 round the corner. And then it gets played back into him. His first touch takes away, and there's the defenders coming in. Definitely makes contact with the ball first, but does carry through and catch Wareham.
Well, George McEachran looks like he's going to pull rank here. Veritable veteran at 20 years of age. He'll be 21 at the end of the month. It's a fair old ball he's got to try and navigate.
This is Marcus Alonso, Crystal Palace, Saturday in the other goal.
Was Kovar watching that? Webster, surely just a decoy. Well, it was well here, just couldn't quite keep it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, them sort of areas where you haven't got enough space to get it over the wall. And as you rightly said in commentary, it was a big wall as well. The 2 centre-backs were in there, and to get it up and over is a tough ask there.
Might be the last time we see George McEachran in a PL2 game. One would assume he'd be going out on loan. Here's Dimani Mella. Shoretire moving it out to Hugueworth. Fernandez has got the pace to keep up with him. Silko Thomas managed to put him off, but only briefly. It's another United corner, 4 already.
Yeah, he's done well there, Silko Thomas. Stuck at it. Fernandez just got the other side of him there. It looked like he was going to try and thread it across with his left foot. Good defending eventually.
Mixing up the corner takers, United. Shoretire will send this one in. Scored in that 4-2 win against Chelsea up at Lee back in April. Oh, it's a great ball in, and all alone was Svidversky, and he couldn't turn it in. Sharman Lowe doing enough second time rounds.
Well, Svidversky's got to be upset there. I mean, he's literally 6 yards box, and he's got a free header. I don't know who was picking him up, but certainly it was a mistake there from somebody. And he's got a free header, as I say, and how he's not scored there is a miracle. And we are riding our luck a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, Neil Wood will be the happier of the 2 coaches at the moment. Here's Mella. Well, that's a lovely ball threaded through for Shoretire. He's got McNeil in the middle. Shoretire wants to go alone.
What a tackle.
Still loose. And eventually Chelsea managed to deal with it, but it feels like when, not if, Manchester United are going to score at the moment.
Well, it's the same feeling Monday night, I have to say. It's like deja vu, but a different team we're playing against. What a tackle that was from Mbuyamba. I mean, he gets back there. The forwards have got every opportunity to have a strike, but gets his long legs in the way, as he did a couple of times on Monday night, and rescued the situation.
Fernandes. Quite often get a bit of a pedestrian feel to the start of a PL2 game, but whether it's the adrenaline of being in this stadium or what, these two are both going at it full throttle from the off. Here's Mellor again. It's a good foot in from Humphreys.
Yeah, but now he's got no options. Bashir's looking up there. He's done, as you said, Matt, he's done fantastic one-on-one. Timed his challenge real well, but he's looking for options there, and we just can't get out at the moment.
This is that challenge from Mbuyamba on Shuretire a moment ago.
I mean, he gets the other side of him there, and if he gets that wrong, obviously it's a penalty. I know Josh Brookings coming across, but he has to time that really well, which he does.
And Swiderski, well, he should have done better, to put it mildly. Might even have been going wide, that header.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just think he's got a free header 6 yards out. He's got to finish that. This is what we need to do. Have a few passes, a few 1- and 2-touch passes. Just get a feel for the ball.
Unlucky from Vale, trying to move it onto Nunn quickly. United weren't particularly impressive away from home last season, won 4 of their 12 league games on the road. Not long back in Division 1 of PL2, actually. Been relegated a couple of seasons ago. Here's McNeil, pulled into a wide area just for now. Gave it back to Fernandes, didn't want to use his right foot there. Savage. Mbuyamba couldn't get it away. McNeil hit it again. It's well held by Sharman Lowe. Yeah,
playing some lovely one-touch football, Manchester United, and they're playing around Chelsea, trying to get close to them, but every time they do, they just knock it around them. On that occasion, got a little bit lucky with the ricochet. It fell to McNeil, hits the target, but an easy save for the keeper.
Thomas looking for an option. Ben Elliott provided it.
Got to switch it.
Webster under pressure from Savage, making sure he keeps Chelsea on the ball until he gets tripped up.
I wonder who taught him that trick. But looking up here, you had an option there. Charlie Webster to get the ball. He actually brought it back into traffic. If he opens his body out there, George Dunn is stood out there with 40 yards of free space where he can make ground, and we just can't seem to get it out there at the moment and utilise that.
Here's Nunn.
Great ball, Bashir.
Thomas took it nicely as well. Got Webster just inside of him. Options in the middle, trying to beat Fernandes, who wasn't falling for it.
No, again, but it's great to see the centre-half breaking between the lines there and commit midfield players to come in, and it creates space as it did there. I didn't think Silko Thomas made the most of it.
Mbuyamba didn't know whether to go with his head or his foot then, and ended up going with his knee.
I can't lose it.
And he's lost it to Charlie McNeil. McNeil waiting for some support. Savage provided it. Good block first time round. Savage again. And then it broke for Hugoworth, who just slashed it up into the shed.
Yeah, Mbuyamba has to do better there. He does well initially and gets in front of the forward, but then he just loses possession, and you can't lose it there to McNeil. He cuts to the byline there. He's got no options, McNeil, fortunately. Picks out Savage on the edge of the box. A couple of blocks, and we eventually get it back for a goal kick, but it's very sloppy at the back at the moment.
Kekrin's touch was a little loose there as well. United smelling blood, I think, and sensing that they might as well attack. McEachran getting Chelsea started again quickly. Here's Nunn motoring over halfway. And John Harley. Third season for those two in charge of this particular team. As Tommy said, did really well to get second last year. Nobody was catching Man City. That was evident pretty early on. Chelsea awarded the title the season before on points per game after it was curtailed because of you know what.
Yeah, and I mean, I said this on Monday night and I'll say it all season. I think they've done a fantastic job. They're not sure week in, week out what team they've got to play, and this is obviously a very inexperienced side, and they organise them very well.
Hugoworth. Oh, he did really well there, threaded it across. He can't really do any more for his teammates. He laid it on a plate for one of them.
Well, again, it's a tap in from a 6-yard box, isn't it? If someone's coming across, McNeil as a striker there should be feeding off of that. He does great, gets to the byline. Again, he kids Josh Brook in, half dives in a little bit, gets past him. Far too easy for my liking. Here it is again here. This is Fernandes, who's got forward a lot. He just plays a little ball in there, just kids him a little bit there, gets that half a yard there, and that's what kills him. And the ball's a fantastic ball, fizzed across the goal there. As I said, it's a tap-in for a sniffer striker.
I was going to say, that's the second time Silko Thomas has done that, and the referee's pulled him up on it this time. One of our friend Clive Walker's pet hates of the modern game. Foul throw. And that one was particularly obvious.
I hope he's not watching this because he'll be fuming. Got a chance. Go on, Harvey.
Got enough on it there, Vale. Here's Nunn. Wareham through the middle. Webster's making a run as well. That was rather fortuitous, but it came back to Vale. Wareham wants it. Just cleared away by Alowu before he could get it. Webster.
Great ball, Charlie. Fantastic ball. This is where the space is.
Definitely onside as well. None, but he couldn't trap it. Had a long time to watch that as well.
Yeah, I think he got done by the googly there, George. I think it was a great ball from Charlie Webster. Again, great vision. As I said earlier, if he can open his body out, that's on all day long. Unfortunately, just skipped away from him. I think George lost a little bit of concentration there. Chance was gone.
Fernandes has won that battle against Thomas. It was a little too easy to telegraph what he was going to do there, the Chelsea man. It's a good ball down the line, though. Josh Brookings sends it in. Really good cross as well. And Chelsea will get their first corner of the night.
Well, Josh Brookings done really well here, because Silko Thomas wasn't the brightest on the ball. He got robbed by Fernandes, but eventually got it back again. Played a little 1-2 with Silko Thomas. Good ball fizzed in. Again, Wareham's getting across that near post, which I love seeing strikers do. Defender does very well.
Vale with McEachran close by on corner duty. Walloped over by Vale. Too deep for everybody though. Mbayamba will try and recycle. Nicely done by Elliott.
Oh, I thought he could have had a strike there, Matt. I was sizing it up, but didn't. To see him back, Ben Elliott.
highly touted player a couple of years ago, and then injuries have kept him on the sidelines for a long time. Here he is again, number 8 for Chelsea tonight.
It's better though, isn't it? 4 or 5 passes put together, better movement, and getting the ball in their third as opposed to ours.
Using Buyamba again. McEachran always wants the ball.
Oh dear, what is going on?
I mean, that an early season pass.
Well, yeah, a little bit of miscommunication, but you're right. George McEachran finally getting his foot on the ball, bossing that midfield area, playing little 1-2s, getting it off the back four. Fred's a great ball to Harvey Valba, as I said, miscommunication with him and none, but that's far better from Chelsea.
Savage looking to set Hugoworth away. Firm but fair defending from Brooking. Risky ball from Thomas and it hasn't paid off. Savage flicking into McNeil, might have been offside, in fact he was, even if he'd got that.
Yeah, he was offside, just made his run early there, McNeil, to be fair. I think it was Bashir Humphries saw the run and just stepped up a little bit, but I think it's Ben Elliott. The referee's having a word with Ben here, don't really know why, but it was a little bit sloppy from Brooking initially to let it bounce. Once you let it bounce, you give the forward a chance. But you're right, Matt, in commentary, you were spot on. You know, it was a fair challenge, 50-50, and never a free kick.
Chelsea looking to play around the United press. Swiderski.
Well, he's going to stay down, Fernandes. He's going to hope it's a head injury. The referee's not give it.
Chelsea are playing on, and United are without their left back. And here's Harvey Vale. Didn't quite get hold of it in the way he would have liked. Now Fernandes can get some treatment. Yeah, I think he was looking at the referee all the time there. I don't think there's anything wrong with his shot. Slight embarrassment, I think, because he lost the challenge and he couldn't see where the ball was. And the ball fell to Harvey Vale eventually. And obviously, if one is weaker right foot, hit the target, but didn't really test the keeper. You can see he sells a nice little dummy here, but it's on his weaker right foot. But he hits the target, but nice, easy save. That's how Fernandes got hurt. And just had his toe trod on, I think, by George McEachran. He'll be okay. Well, it's a drop ball, but it's essentially a goal kick. No such thing as a contested drop ball these days. There's Alowu. Wasn't a great ball from Kovar, and Savage could only help it on to Thomas, who's on the ball again here. Another foul throw from Silko Thomas. Tell you what, he's going to be working on at Cobham next time he's in.
Yeah, they've got all the skills in the world and can't take a throw on.
Buyamba got a bit lucky there too.
He did, yeah. The ball wasn't on there. He's actually tried to play it through the Man United defender out to George Nunn on the left-hand side. It was never on. Got a lucky ricochet.
Right, come on then, Silko. That's more like it.
That's better as
brilliantly
well.
done. Looking to find Wareham in the middle. Red shirts vastly outnumbering blue there.
Yeah, that's better though. He's pushing Fernandes back into the areas we want them, and it was a poor ball in, but a better position for us.
McEachran playing a 1-2 off Fernandes. Didn't want to give it to Thomas for fear he'd be offside.
Great.
Elliott. Overhitting the pass straight through to Kovar.
Yeah, hard ball to hit though, isn't it? There's no space in behind there, Matt. You know, and he's got to put pace on it and really overhit it.
Well, we're nearly half an hour gone. And the biggest surprise is that we haven't had a goal yet.
Well, I think looking at the chances United have had in particular, they should definitely have been 1 or good 2 goals up, but we've stuck in it and started just to play a little bit better in this last 10 minutes.
Here's Mellor. And Buyamba got it away. And that's a corner that didn't really need to be conceded. Of communication problems for George Nunn.
Yeah, so on that left-hand side. That's just a short corner here.
Swiderski tempted. They'll probably put this one straight in.
You know, I understand that the coaches want players to be brave and play their way out of trouble, but sometimes, you know, you're looking at that there, you've got to just smash it. We give a corner away when really should have been halfway up the pitch and chasing a long ball, but as I said, to their credit, they do try and teach them and coach them the right way.
In from Savage. Sharman Lowe, under a lot of pressure, managed to bat it away. Fernandes' touch almost gave Wareham a chance to pinch it.
Switch it. He's offside, isn't he?
Indeed he is.
Yeah, Jaden Wareham just drifted offside there. He went for the first ball, actually came back into a good area, then made his run slightly too early second time round. That's better.
Really good from Webster to put Savage under pressure. Bale might have a hit with his left. Gave it up instead to Nunn. Chance to whip this in first time for Harvey Vale. Straight into the gloves of Kovar though.
Yeah, easy save. I mean, when you get it, when Harvey gets on his left foot, you think it's always going to be a good cross because he's got a wand of a left foot, but it was a poor cross and easy catch for the keeper.
Nobody's ever had a wand of a right foot, have they?
It's really weird. It's absolutely that, yeah. I use that term a lot, and I shouldn't, because I said there's plenty of nice right-footed players about, as you rightly say.
Shoretire off for Savage. Now is McNeil onside here. Doesn't matter, Sharman Lowe's got there first.
Yeah, good position from the keeper. But it was a good run from the striker. I love strikers that do that. Bent his run, saw where the defenders were, kept onside, and good goalkeeping. Nice alert goalkeeping there. Well done, Ben Elliott.
McEachran.
See, that's not on. Jules McEachran there went for the second ball, and that's not on either. And United to give it straight back to us. Just get McEachran on the ball. He can boss that midfield and take us forward.
He's Nunn. Sliding it across for Webster. He'll have a go with his left foot, and it'll bounce out towards Silko Thomas. Well, that's clever from Thomas. And the first-time effort was quick thinking too. But Jaden Wareham just off target.
Yeah, much better. Got a little bit lucky with a ricochet from the first shot. Fell out to Silken Thomas here, and he just drives it across the box. And again, Jaden Wareham, I like his movement. He likes to get across that near post, and he tries to move his feet and adjust the ball. And when it comes in so quickly, can't do it well enough, and he just steers it wide that near post. But I love the fact, Matt, that he keeps getting across the near post. You'll get your rewards. You keep doing that. It's a foul.
Yeah, Vale just nudging Swiderski off the ball. Fernandes. It's going to be yet another United corner, 7 for them in the first half.
Yeah, again, it's down his left-hand side, and again, Fernandes involved. He's been a bit wayward with a lot of his passes, but his movement's been good and his endeavour, and he likes to get forward and join in. So that's a good part of him. But as I said, he's a little bit loose with his passing at times.
Of course, Chelsea a few problems from this position so far. What can Shoretire do with this one? Only 17, played 3 times for the first team last season. Didn't beat the first man with his corner that time. Fernandes. Humphreys. Brooklyn looking to get Chelsea over halfway.
Yeah.
Bit of an aimless one, though.
Yeah, Ben Elliott could get a yellow card here. He just dived in, and he sees the pass coming, just can't get there quick enough, and just catches the young man Sudieski there as he's playing it out.
Booked on Monday night too, did Ben. Have to tread carefully for the rest of the game.
You see the ball gets played in, you can see what he's trying to do, close him down, just gets there in front of him and catches him. Sudieski goes down and right in front of the referee. No option there.
Shoretire into that little pocket of space. Threaded it through for McNeil as well, and Biamba trying to force him away. Appeals for handball there, referee not interested.
No, but again, it's good movement from McNeil. But we've got a chance on a break here, Matt.
Webster. United have got players back into position now, but here's Thomas. In from Brooking. Oh, and George Nunn at the back post, couldn't turn it in. Difficult chance on the volley.
Yeah, again, but it's good movement down this right-hand side. Again, Josh Brooking coming up from his centre-back position. Goes in advance of Silko Thomas. Play a lovely little 1-2 around the corner there, and he fizzes the ball in. It comes in, gets deflected to the far post. George Nunn, you just think, hit it. Concentrate on the strike. You don't have to hit it hard, but the angle beats him, and I don't think there's a lot of conviction in the strike, if I'm honest.
Got to be careful there. Under pressure from Wareham. Did well, actually. Biamba. Is the referee going to talk Silko Thomas through the legalities of the throw-in?
He's got the last two right, so he doesn't need coaching from a ref, that's for sure. Yeah, look at that, perfect.
It's good play from Wareham.
Nobody in the box. Chance now.
Poor clearance from Wellens. It's none again. Although we managed to head it away.
Yeah, again, on the right-hand side, real good play. Three boys involved there. Charlie Webster gets it eventually, fizzes it across. No real bodies in the box, falls to George Nunn, and the strike gets blocked. But we've just started to come in the game a little bit, Matt, without carrying a massive threat. United bossed the first 20 minutes. It's a little bit more even the rest.
Thomas just there ahead of Savage. Here's Elliott. The pressure from Shura-Tire and then tripped by Fernandez.
Well, I think there was 3 fouls he could have given there, but he tried to play on, but eventually Ben Elliott gets one, and again it's Fernandez has gone down holding his right leg this time, I think. His left knee.
Yeah, he's just on the stretch, wasn't he? Might have jarred something. Opportunity for drinks to be taken.
Yeah, and you know, whilst there hasn't been massive amounts of quality, there's been a lot of honesty, a lot of endeavour and hard work. 38 minutes in, I'm sure they'll welcome a little bit of a break, get their breath back, and a bit of fluid.
Chance for the respective coaches to get their messages across too. Andy Myers doing that quite demonstrably down below us. Not a ranter and a raver, I don't think, but if there's something that needs saying, you will be left in no doubt as to what that is. Somebody, of course, who knows the club back to front, having come through the youth system and won trophies for the first team.
Yeah, he's a real good lad as well. I mean, I love the way these two work together. It's like good cop, bad cop, you know. John Harley, a little bit quieter spoken, but as you rightly said, if Andy needs to make a point, he does it with great force, but and they know what's expected of them.
Can only be a benefit as well, can't it? John Harley the same. If you've come through a club, that's the coach, you know. You can, it's not about back in my day, but it's about getting the ethos of how a club works and being able to put that across.
Totally agree, absolutely that. And I think you know, the recruitment with the coaching has been fantastic. I mean, you've seen even the likes of Ashley Cole and Tor-Andre Flo want to come back and coach the kids, you know, and what that's invaluable with a CV like that, teaching a young kid the whys and wherefores of how to play the game's fantastic.
United were a player like that. Fernandez now gets the signal to come on. Just wonder if that might have been worth tossing toward the penalty area while they were playing with 10. Good flick on from Thomas. Here's Webster. Ooh, he felt he should have had a free kick. The referee's assistant had the best view in the house and he didn't think so. McEachran's touched loose and he's pushed off it by McNeil. McNeil away from Elliott and then got giddy and decided to go for the shot rather than lay it off to Mellor, who was in a good position.
Yeah, Charlie Webster's having words with the referee. I just think he went down too early, too easy there. I think it was a challenge which he should have stood up to, didn't, and went down. Then George McEachran went down as well, but obviously McNeil fizzed his shot wide of that near post.
Elliott under pressure from Wellens and from Mellor. He's done really well there. Lovely touch from Webster to bring it from the sky.
Well, Elliott's done great, hasn't he? And then Webster's got a great touch as well. As you said, I made the point earlier about being brave on the ball. Ben Elliott certainly was there with someone up his bottom trying to nick it off him, but he done real well.
Swiderski. Fernandes back with us and away from Thomas. Ugoworth.
Done well, Josh Brooking. Done really well there. I mean, he's come across against Silko Thomas, leaves him one-on-one there. He's a bit elapsed again with his challenge with Fernandes, but he does really well there, Josh Brooking. One-on-one in the box again, got to get it right, otherwise it's a pen.
Couple of minutes of the first half to go. 0-0 United have had the better of the chances. Savage with the outswinger. Georgian cleared the header away from inside the 6-yard box. Wellens sends it back in. Flag had gone up against Alowu in the middle. Some of the basics of the game being forgotten in the first half, it would seem.
Yeah, throw-on's a moving ball. Yeah, Jayden Wareham got on that last sort of run through. The centre half stuck his arm up, and Jayden Wareham ran into him, and I saw him in the box feeling his mouth there. So there must be a bit of blood there. I'd imagine the referee stopped the game for.
Two minutes of stoppage time. Probably a little bit more to add on to that now. How's he done for you, Wareham, in his first start at this level?
I liked his movement. I like the fact he tries to get in at the near post. He has to. Look, he's only, what, 5'10", so you're not going to win balls at the far post, so you've got to get across the near, and he's got on the end of a couple without getting his rewards. But like his movement, likes the fact that he likes to get in, he wants to get in behind. What I would say is I think a lot of the balls haven't come when he's actually wanted them to. He's made better runs than he's actually got the ball. So I think if they look for his runs a little bit earlier there, they can, and then go and join him, it could be a good outlet for him.
Came on trial toward the end of last season. Got a goal for the under-18s against Villa in April. Did play 17 games for Woking last season before he came to Chelsea. He'll have to go off, but I think he'll be on again pretty swiftly. He'll be used to getting elbows in faces from his time in the National League, I'm sure.
Yeah, they don't care if you're 17, 18 or the rest of it. They'll put their arms all around you and elbows, etc. It's a good learning curve there, that's for sure.
Expect to see a few more players go the Wareham route or come from that route in the next couple of years. Brexit making it difficult to sign players from abroad.
Well, it's impossible to sign players from abroad, as you say, between the ages of 16 and 18. It's actually illegal. So yeah, I mean, they're going to have to look at the lower reaches and see some quality. I gather that there was a boy at Stevenage attracting a lot of attention, and I think there was a little bit of skullduggery done by agents, and he ended up going to up north when we had a massive chance of getting him. So, you know, they'll be looking far on the field to get some quality in. Always done well there, Bashir Humphries. His touch let him down, but real good challenge in the end.
Here's Thomas. Chelsea will have to be quick if they want to get the shot away. Webster have to be even quicker if they want to get this corner in before the whistle blows.
Yeah, and I think the coach will be going mad down there, the Man United coach. There's obviously a knock there, and it's Shoretiri, I think, gets the knock in the final third. You can see he's just getting up now very gingerly, but referee could have stopped play, but he didn't, and Chelsea got a striking on goal. His touch got away from him just here, and that encouraged the forward to go forward, but that's a great challenge. I mean, he wins it, does catch him on the way through, but that's a good challenge.
Now, can Chelsea nick a goal in added time to added time at the end of the first half here? Worked short by McEachran. Bent in by Webster. Good ball as well. And the header was always going over. There's been a collision between two Chelsea players.
Yeah, so Mbuyambi was one of them. He came in, and I think it's not Wareham again, is it? I think it could be in the wars in this last 5 minutes. But Mbuyambi's very brave there. Really goes. It's a decent ball played into a real good area, and you can see he really gets a good steam up, and he's full steam ahead there. And it's really sort of, unfortunately, can't head it down, but contact's made with the other Chelsea striker there, who's underneath him. You can see, yeah, a bit of head contact there with their heads, and hopefully both will be okay. Yeah, he's Wareham again, yeah. Where am I? I'm out Woking.
Got some news for you, Jayden. There'll be plenty of time to assess him over half-time. I'm sure Chelsea will love to get Jude Soonsup-Bell out there for some minutes tonight, depending on his level of fitness.
Yeah, and he does give you good movement and some personality up front, so it might just be later on in the game we might have to link both of them up, because Wareham at the moment's been up there on his own.
Well, that is that for the first half here at Stamford Bridge. Opportunities for both sides, principally though for Manchester United, who will feel that they should be ahead going into the break. George Nunn went close for Chelsea. George McEachran's been pulling the strings in midfield, but a couple of defensive lapses have almost let United in on more than one occasion. As it is though, in this PL2 game at the break at the Bridge, the score is Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0. Well, let's have a look back at the key moments of the first half then. United, who were asking all the questions early on, Tommy, looking to get at this new look Chelsea backline.
Yeah, that was McNeil though, getting behind Mbuyamba there. He's a little bit lapsed. Bashir Humphries was playing him on. Ball fell out to Savage, and what a great save that is from the keeper. Savage is looking to pick his spot with his left foot there, and the keeper makes a great reaction save.
Yeah, Sharman Lowe on his first start in PL2, called into action on a couple of occasions. That was a good save. George McEachran's free kick, always heading over the bar, I think. Kovar will tell you that anyway.
Yeah, I think the angle was good, but I don't think it was far enough outside the box. They had a big wall, their centre-backs were in the wall. Very hard to get that over the wall and onto the target.
United had 8 corners in the first half. Swiderski with the best chance that came from any of them, but unable to beat Sharman Lowe with his header. Well,
I think that's the best chance of the game. I think the ball gets into a great area. Defensively, we're very poor. I don't know who's picking him up there, but he's got to get better contact than that, and eventually we scramble it clear.
Yeah, Harvey Vale just pulled into a pocket of space here, as you said, Tommy, just on his wrong foot to really get the power behind it he was looking for.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. Does well to create the space, doesn't he? But it falls on his right foot eventually, and he struggles really to beat the goalkeeper from them areas there.
Got 2 goals against Spurs on Monday night, Harvey Vale. It's really the best sight of goal he's had so far in this match. As you see, Chelsea did come back into it as the half went on, and Jaden Wareham, he's not had much to feed on, but he did have the opportunity here. And then cutting in field from his left wing position. And Webster's shot deflected eventually. Wareham looking to do that Olivier Giroud move of getting to the front post.
Absolutely, yeah. And as I said, it was good contact. He just was in advance of the near post and couldn't get his body around to steer it onto the target. But his movement in the box has been decent. It was a good ball eventually hit in, and good awareness to make his run. Unfortunately, couldn't steer it onto the target.
George Nunn had the next opportunity. You can see how much space he had there. Ball deflected nicely into his path. Just lacked a bit of conviction in the finish, really. I
think so, as opposed to, the Sidierski chance earlier and that one there. They're the best 2 chances of the first half, and I thought both should have hit the target. And I think George Nunn, as I said, conviction's the key here. I think he goes there and just makes good contact and concentrates on that. It goes in the back of the net.
And then just before half-time, Xavier Mbuyamba, who picked up an injury for this, will hopefully emerge for the second half, collided with his own man Wareham. But as we see, Chelsea actually looking the more threatening as the half went on.
Well, he didn't. 20 minutes in, you only felt that United would have gone to score. I mean, this move here was a great little move. Again, it's a good ball played into the box, and Mbuyamba, as I said, does really well, attacks it real well, just can't steer it onto the target. And I think we ended the half stronger, and hopefully second half we can carry that through.
Right then, Chelsea got a big game to come on Sunday, not too far from here in North London at the Emirates Stadium, ahead of the match against Arsenal. Thomas Tuchel has been speaking to the media. Let's see the best bits of that now.
Christian is unfortunately pretty easy to explain. He had a positive test and needs to follow the protocol, so he was not in training and is not available for the game. Hakim and N'Golo were both in training today, had absolutely no problems, so we need to have another more physical, more intense training session tomorrow with them and with the team, and decide after tomorrow's training session at 11. It seems very positive that both can be in the squad for Sunday. The week was a heavy load for him because he was in the group with the late starters from our guys, so it was a kind of an overload week so far. Today was lower intensity, and tomorrow we will have an important training before the match. But like I said, if we are hoping that he's on the pitch for Sunday, and things look like it. Is Romelu the missing piece? Well, we hope, but at the same time we try to find solutions for any questions who are asked during games, and we want to still be a strong squad, and a squad that comes from a team effort. And Romelu is that kind of personality and profile that we were missing up front, and from now it's our job to push ourselves to the limit. Of course we expect goals, we should not talk around it, and he himself expects goals, and why? Because he delivered goals everywhere he played. So yeah, this is why he's here. And then we will see how far the impact goes. He is a big personality in the dressing room, but like I said before, I'm absolutely convinced that he will have a very positive impact on Timo Werner, on Kai Havertz, on Christian Pulisic, the guys who play with him, around him. I'm just now 1 week with him, and I get to know him better and better, and then we will set a clear target later in the season. I think it's always a tough one. It's always a tight one. It's like what it is in derbies and in North London derby. So North London game, they had a bit of a rough start now, and it can be like a help that big rival within the city arrives now and try to win their crowd over with a strong performance. They have a strong coach. They have quality signings. They have quality players in their squad, and they can hurt anybody if you're not concentrated if you're not aware of the danger. So in the end, it comes down to us. What do we demand of us? And there we will be very, very clear, and hopefully we can reach our top level to be able to produce a top result. He did a fantastic pre-season with us, and he's a very good player, and even more important, a top character. He has both feet on the ground, and he took his chance very impressively. He played very, very good matches in pre-season. He performed 120 minutes against Villarreal and another strong 90 minutes now against Crystal Palace. So I think it's very logical that he stays with us and is looking for his chance here.
Well, Tommy, if any of the players that we're looking at tonight need a source of inspiration, Trevoh Chalobah is certainly that. It's only the first game of the season, but I think that's going to be one of the moments of the season, that goal against Palace. He has done fantastically over pre-season and into the start of this campaign.
Well, first of all, I was massively impressed with Villarreal. I just thought he was excellent, and he put on the afterburners once ball played over the top. Striker was level with him and left him by 2 lengths. That really impressed me, because I think we need pace at the back, and he gives you that as well. The goal came out of nothing. The crowd shouted shoot, and I was thinking, please don't, you're a centre half, you know, just give it to someone who can. And he struck it magnificently well in off the far post. And it was not just that, it was the reaction of the crowd. The roar was fantastic, and the reaction of the players around him. You see the emotion that he had was absolutely top draw, and it was a fantastic end to what was a great first day's work in the Premiership this year. Becomes a little bit more difficult at the weekend at the Emirates. They beat us twice last year, convincingly at the Emirates as well. So, you know, obviously we've got to get that right, and as Thomas Tuchel said rightly there, you know, it's about us at the weekend. But Trevoh Chalobah in particular could be very happy with his first 2 days' work, and hopefully he'll get the opportunity again the weekend.
Yeah, Trev not in the team to score goals. Romelu Lukaku surely will be. Speaking of goals, there were plenty of them for the under-18s as they got their season underway in the under-18 Premier League at South last weekend. It was a thumping victory for Ed Brand's boys against West Brom. Here's how they got on.
Nice take that from Lewis Hall. Good pass too into Stutter. Tight angle into Castledine. Second chance, goal. Leo Castledine scores the youth team's first goal of the season, and it's an early lead for the Young Blues. Just 7 minutes in. Lovely start. Ball breaking from midfield again. That ball is on, and Torrienen is onside. Tight angle. Oh, he's hammered it. Surely, yep, it's 2 now. Ronnie Stutter. Chelsea well in control inside half an hour here. Decent stop that from Hollinshead, but it's straight to Stutter. Abu, a good first time ball into Anderson. Really got hold of that. Firm stop from Hollingshead. This is Cleary. And Adjikovic made the save. Good tackle that by Hall, but back come West Brom, and Cleary! Well, he's found the corner this time. That's a great finish. Game on with, what, 25 minutes to go. Can Anderson go here? Look at the acceleration. Oh, that's surely a foul. It's got to be a penalty. It is. Had a very good game today. Lewis Hall, and he's tucked that away beautifully. 3-1 and a bit of daylight. Into Cleary. He scored against Chelsea last season. He's got another here today. He might have another as well. He has. West Brom just aren't going away. It's another very good individual goal from Cleary. And it's 3-2. They're looking to make it all square. Cleary here on a hat-trick, but it's being cleared. And this is the substitute Flower. Oh, well, he's blatantly fouled. And you know what that's going to mean for Ngoma, because he was cautioned at the end of the first half. He surely can't stay on the field. The referee is indeed reaching for the pocket. Off he goes. Big header. It's worked out well. Anderson again. It must be 4, and it is. Zane Silcock-Dubry off the bench. Just a few minutes into what's only his second Chelsea appearance. Well, it's surely game over now. It's 4-2. Anderson with time. Oh, good cross. Matched by the header. Ronnie Stutter, cracking goal. His third for the youth team. All of them against West Brom, including 2 today. 5-2 Chelsea.
We've had some good number 9s in that youth team over the last couple of years. Ronnie Stutter may be the next one to watch. Tell me, what are Chelsea going to look to do differently in the second half of this game? 0-0 at the break. Are you expecting any changes imminently?
Well, not at the moment. I saw the boys are warming up here, and Susat Bellwood, you'd like to see him get on eventually and in that forward position. But no, I think we ended the first half very well, and I hope we can start the second half with the same manner and the same momentum. But you know, get McEachran on the ball, get Nunn out wide, get some support up to Wareham. You've seen Charlie Webster get more involved as the game went on. George McEachran, as I said, started to boss the game. I'd like to see Harvey Vale more involved. I think he's got a great left foot. We saw the shot with the right foot, obviously on his weaker right, but if he can get it onto that left foot, like he did on Monday night, 2 goals with that favourable left foot, 1 a pen, and 1 a strike, then obviously I'd like to see him in and around the box, you know, going at defenders, because he's got great pace.
As you can see, Chelsea are preparing a change here at the start of the second half. Dion Rankin is going to come on. I think it's going to be Silko Thomas whose place he'll take. I can't see Silko out there below us at the moment.
No, and that will be like for like. Obviously, Dion played Monday night as that right wing back, and I'm sure, as I said, yeah, I can't see Silko Thomas myself, so yeah, it looks like that's the change.
Do join us, by the way, Sunday 3:25 on the 5th Stand, Match Day Live, Arsenal versus Chelsea, all the build-up to the game. I'll be at the Emirates reporting on that one. Joe Flemons and the team will be talking you through the build-up. Yeah, confirmation then that it is Silko Thomas off and Dion Rankin on. Another player, Tommy, actually, Dion, what we're talking about at the end of the half of maybe non-league and lower league being a route for Chelsea and other clubs to look at for young players. Rankin came in from Cambridge, you know, also George Nunn, where was he, Crewe a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody's going to be the next, I don't know, PL2 Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, I mean, look, as I said, Wareham's with his movement, you can see he's got an eye for goal because of his movement in the 6-yard box, and he'll get his opportunities. As I said, we just need to feed him more in them sort of areas. And I think there's another boy we signed from non-league who is not on the bench tonight, who was on the bench on Monday night, whose name escapes me. But so yeah, we're delving everywhere, trying to get quality into the squad.
United getting us underway in the second half then, no changes for them. Both these teams, by the way, get their EFL trophy campaign underway next week on Tuesday night. Chelsea are in action away to Exeter. They've got Bristol Rovers and Cheltenham in their group as well. United have got what looks like a pretty tricky group. They've got Lincoln in their first game. They also play Sunderland and Bradford. Chelsea always seem to get Bristol Rovers and Exeter in the EFL. That's where Ethan Ampadu first came to our attention,
absolutely,
wasn't it, of course?
yeah, spot on.
Here's Charlie Webster.
I think that's going to be a little bit harder this year, looking at the average age of this squad and the inexperience around it. I think them games are going to be very difficult for the boys that handle. But as we said earlier, it's a learning curve. It's about playing in them games. You sink or swim, and hopefully they'll swim.
Yeah, Exeter, don't know how they'll get on this weekend, but they haven't scored a goal yet, so that won't be a training game kickabout for them. They'll want to play themselves into form. Bristol Rovers under Joey Barton in utter disarray at the moment, on their worst ever run. And then Cheltenham just into League One, so yeah, tricky group that.
It is a tricky group, and listen, you know Joey Barton will want to put one over on Chelsea, that's 1,000,000%, so he'll have his boys focused and motivated.
That ball had gone out of play. Fernandez thought he'd kept it in. Don't know if it was a planned substitution, but Thomas did have a couple of difficult moments in the first half, and Rankin brings that bit of extra nous at this level, I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit more experience. I mean, he's still not old, but he's a little bit more experienced than Thomas. But maybe they're teaching him how to use throw-ons at half-time. I don't know.
Here is Rankin.
Well,
Was he fouled there?
There was definitely contact, and Fernandes was wrong side of him there. And I think he's very unlucky, Dion Rankin, not to get a free kick here. But again, it was started up. The defender gave the ball to George McEachran, who pinged a fantastic 30-yard ball out there to Dion Rankin. One-on-one, little bit of a ricochet here, but this contact here, that for me is a free kick.
Here's Wellens. Brooking quick to offer Sharman Lowe an out ball there after he'd returned it to him and realised the goalkeeper was under pressure. McEachran with a loose one, and Fernandes can raid forward here. Here's Hugoworth. Vale's done really well there. What can George Nunn do with it now? Wellens trying to get back at him. Nunn got the cross in. That time Wareham hadn't got across the front post. Vale using his strength now. Going with the swinger.
Yeah, again, he does well to work himself into that situation. Again, unfortunately, he's going in on his unfavourable right foot there. Again, tries a shot, which goes over the bar. But great little bit of play on this left-hand side between him and George Nunn there. Played a great little 1-2, which got us on our way.
It's going to be a free kick for United for the foul on Swiderski by Vale. Had a disrupted pre-season, Harvey Vale. He got COVID. I think it was day 2 back on pre-season. So he missed a couple of weeks. Telling the Chelsea website how difficult it's been for the whole group, because you don't get that bonding time at the moment. It's come in, do your training, go straight home again.
Yeah, exactly that. And, you know, you like to spend a lot of time with the boys, have a bit of banter. This is a definite free kick. This is cynical.
Shoretiri,
yeah. Mbuyamba went past him there and he just tripped him as he went through. See, his first touch is good here, just takes him away from him. He's appealing for the free kick, and I think this was a tackle of frustration as well, because he felt the Man United striker McNeil had been fouled.
Good hold-up play from Wareham. Foul on Elliott brings the free kick for Chelsea. Bit stop-start in the first 5 minutes of this second half.
Yeah, it has been. There's no fluency. I mean, Chelsea only really on this left-hand side had a great little 1-2, but it's very tight over there. Lots of bodies. Nice little one-touch football, but drew the foul there. We saw in the end of the first half, Mbuyamba really attacking that ball in the 6-yard box. If we can get a good quality ball in, you can see he towers above the defenders there, and you know with McEachran and Charlie Webster, they got quality on the ball.
I think McEachran's going to whip this one in. For Mbuyamba, he got his head to it, I think. Vale. Mbuyamba's got it again. Too much for Bashir Humphreys to do anything with it. See Jude Soonsup Bell down below us, just stretching his legs.
Great ball, Harvey Vale.
Rankin back in his pace to get round Fernandes, but Fernandes is wily, albeit he's conceded a corner.
He done well, Fernandes, initially, because he saw what Dion Rankin was going to do, which is flick it over his head, and he got his body in the way, but he just lost his footing right at the end there and give a corner away.
Sent in flat, headed away by Hugoworth. his ranking.
It's done well, George Nunn
Really
there.
well. Chelsea playing some good stuff now. Here's Webster. Referee will let play go on, even though Swiderski committed the foul. Oh, good ball in from Nunn, and it was Vale who met it. Not an easy chance by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but a really good play. And again, give the credit to the referee here. He could have given a free kick. He let play go on. It was a great ball from George McEachran initially out to that. So this is a free kick here. Should have given a free kick. Didn't. McEachran picks the ball out to the left-hand side. Good ball in from George Nunn. Harvey Vale again getting across that near post. Good contact, but again, just can't steer it on the target.
Brooking doing well there against Hugoworth. Here's Wellens. Hugoworth again. Swiderski riding the challenge from Vale first time. McNeil and Mellor in the middle here for United. Shoretire on for Wellens. Oh, turning shot from Charlie McNeil. Nice idea, just couldn't keep it down.
Good patient play from United, probing there, trying to go down the left initially, coming back to the right-hand side. Chelsea had good shape, but the ball was played into McNeil, and his first touch was really good. Sold a great dummy on a defender, but his finish is poor. I mean, he's looking to really welly that as opposed to perhaps place it in the top corner and try to get too much on it.
Chelsea got themselves in trouble here. Fernandez, it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, again, trying to play out from the back, and Fernandez is a little bit brighter there and gets on the ball, and eventually Brooking comes back and gets it away for a corner.
It's going to happen every so often, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, in the first half, we gave the ball away and give us a set piece away on just in front of the shed there because we were overplaying.
Shoretire wants some movement. And then just put it straight on the head of George McEachran anyway.
I don't want to tempt fate, but apart from that corner which Swiderski got in on and should have scored from, their set pieces have been woeful. I mean, they've hit the first man 90% of the time, and let's hope that continues.
Here's Wellens. It's really well done by Bashir Humphreys. Oh, lovely footwork as well. Offloaded it to Vale, who's under pressure. Humphreys will win it back, though.
Oh, great touch. It's a foul.
Knew he was going to have to take that, I think, George McEachran.
Yeah, savage by name. And yeah, it was great awareness from George Kirk. He looked up just as the ball's being played to him there, saw Savage coming in, just flicked it around. You see that little glimpse there round the corner, and knew he was going to make contact there.
Rankin has done well. How's his cross? None will do well to keep it in. Can't do much more than meet it on the volley.
No, that's disappointing. Dion Rankin does fantastic. It goes past Fernandes far too easily for United's liking, and then she just got to pick out a pass into the box, get it into a dangerous area, overhits it. Does great here, look, initially just flicks it out, leaves him for dead, and now he's just got to put it into an area and overhits the cross.
Jude Soon-Sutbell will be with us soon. Chelsea might be about to go ahead before he gets there. McEachran doesn't want to shoot with his right. Eventually he did. Ball on for Werner.
It's open now, Matt.
Here's Hugoworth.
Oh, my word.
Challenge. Referee's got a decision to make here.
Well, I think Josh Brookings really hurt himself. But that being said, this is very, very cynical, and I'm not sure how far Mbiamba was away from him. It's a great ball played out to the left-hand side. One-on-one with Brooking. You can see his intentions there just to go at the heart, and Brooking just takes him out. I mean, that is a shocker of a challenge, and I'm not sure of the distance, again, between Mbiamba and the forward. This could be a red card, this. I mean, that is as cynical as it gets. Wow.
The referee's giving himself plenty of time. He's waiting for the Chelsea man to get up first, I think, before he shows us what his course of action is going to be. And Chelsea were about to make a substitution. That might have to change.
Yeah. I mean, United, Damani Mellor's gone across, and he's about 10 yards from the referee, but he's having a word in his ear from distance there. Interesting decision he's got to make here, the referee.
Of course, the immediate concern is for the two players getting treatment, but Alan Dale has to decide what he's going to do. Hugoworth looks as though he's all right. He's going to be helped back up to his feet. Sort of needless challenge to make, really, particularly given that he's injured himself.
Well, he was a fair way out, but his first touch had taken him in on goal, and I think Brooking obviously got the wrong side of him and decided to make that challenge. As I said, my concern is how far away Mbiamba was. For me, he's a long way away, and it's a goal-scoring opportunity, so I could see this as a red, I have to say that.
Dipping into his back pocket, Chelsea are a man light. Josh Brooking is sent off. I don't think he can really have many complaints about it either. Indeed, he doesn't. We'll see it again.
No, it's a great ball played out to the young winger Hugoworth, and his first touch is great and takes him goal side, and that is really, really cynical. I think if that's in the Premiership on Sunday, that's a red card all day long. And as I said, my worry was Mbiamba's distance from him. He was too far away. It's the right decision, not one I wanted, but it's the right decision.
Chelsea's task has just got a lot more difficult, and they're going to bring on Sam McClelland as well, I think. So there's going to have to be some adjustment here. Soon-Sutbell is going to come on for Jaden Wareham. Soon-Sutbell got his first goal in PL2 in this fixture last season. The player has had a stop-start pre-season, few injuries for him at the back end of the last campaign. But he is on. And we'll see. Wonder if it might be McEachran or somebody of his like.
I would think it'd be George Nunn, someone like that, would you think?
Spot on, that's why they pay you the big bucks, Tommy.
Just a wild guess, but by the way, this young man on Monday night, McLennan, was excellent. Matt, he was top draw, and I think we'll need all his defensive qualities in the remaining 20-odd minutes, 29 minutes, whatever it is.
Yeah, McClelland, the captain against Spurs. He's pretty much the senior centre-back these days after the exits in the summer. Simeon gone to Southampton. Levi Colwill on loan at Huddersfield. But Chelsea down to 10 then for the last half hour. And another wasted set piece from Manchester United.
Well, that helps when you've just gone down to 10 men. You don't want a ball played in the box, and sure enough, he smashes it over our bar. Got to settle down now. Obviously, the shape's going to change a little bit, and interesting to see what Andy does.
Here's Vale. Oh, was there a foul on Soon-Suk Bell there?
Well, I think there's a foul off the ball which the referee hasn't seen. Soon-Suk Bell's trying to make a run, the defender trips him, so a bit of a comedy of errors there from the referee. You can hear the reaction of the crowd. Didn't like it.
So Soon-Suk Bell on for his first action of the season. And McClelland has slotted into the middle of that back three, and Mbuyamba's gone to the right where Brooking was.
Yeah, and Harvey Val's come over this left-hand side, which he's familiar with anyway, where George Nunn was playing. So it just means we're one light supporting Soon-Suk Bell now, and Charlie Webster's playing that role.
Hugoworth again, couldn't get it that time. Fernandez. Shoretire looking for room for a shot, maybe. He's found it now, Shoretire. It's usually better than that.
Yeah, again, he's done fantastic to create there, half a yard. He solves Ben Elliott a good dummy there and cuts back on his left foot. But again, the finish is poor. It's a bit like that set pieces today that have been really, really erratic. And his first touch is great here. Then he sells a lovely dummy here and then just tries to get again too much on it and smashes it over the bar.
Well, I gave it the big one at the start of the game, mentioning the 13 goals in the 2 games between them last season. Never fewer than 4 at a match between these two since 2016. Here we are, nearly at the midway point of the second half, 0-0. Plenty to keep us entertained, though.
Got a problem.
Well, Fernandez in behind Rankin momentarily, and then he made the wrong decision.
Yeah, he did. He got him behind the Rankin there. A good little 1-2 played. I think it was Charlie Savage involved, and but I think McNeil would have been offside anyway had the ball been delivered.
Onus on United to attack more, might leave space for Chelsea to hit on the counter.
Well, we've seen already Charlie Savage get on the ball, McNeil just trying to make a run. I think they'll be passing the ball as crisp as they can and get us moved around and hopefully draw a mistake. But I'm quite happy with the back three. Mbuyamba, obviously Sam McClelland and Bashir, they played this week, so they've already had that sort of knowledge of playing together as a back three. And ironically, Rankin started on the right, so the team almost reflects Monday's defence. And that's not on.
Here's Savage. Hugoworth. Ben Elliott wasn't going to fall for that. United still yet to make a substitution. Switching it out right-hand side for Wellens. Here's Alowu. Waiting for the delivery here. McClelland's clearance straight back out to Hugoerd. Oh, that's a great foot-in from Mbayamba.
He does that a lot, you know, but you think that the forward's gone past him, and he sticks out a leg and makes a real good challenge. And I'd say you can see United probing. I think they got be a little bit sharper up front, but they're certainly passing the ball better since they got that spare man.
Into double figures on their corner count now. 3/4 of this game gone. Looks like one goal might be enough to win it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, it wouldn't quite drop for McNeil in there. Deflected behind again.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It must have hit a Chelsea body there, because I thought it was pushed forward by the United forward, as you say. McNeil waiting at that far post, thought he was going to stretch out a leg and tap it in.
Savage, good delivery that. That time it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, it was a great delivery. What a great area as well. And United defenders attacked it real well. I think Mbayamba's got a smack on the head for his worries there and defending that. But it was a great ball into a great area.
Humphrey's ball far too long for Soonsup Bellew. I'm not sure he's touched the ball yet.
No, he got tripped, but he never was nowhere near the ball when he got tripped, if you remember when the defender caught him. But no, it's been very quiet. But Chelsea are struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. United's possession's been far greater since the sending off, and I think Chelsea just trying to get used to their shape again and get their foot on the ball.
Here's Rankin. Plenty of time and space.
Oh,
easily away from Fernandez. Can he pick out Soonsup Bellew? He's gone deep toward Vale.
Oh.
Good defending from Wellens.
But that was better. And Dion Rankin's trying to get the boys wound up here. Again, Fernandez is shocking defending. He just stands up and allows Dion Rankin to go past him. And it's a better ball into the far post here. Harvey Vale's trying to attack it. Defender just gets in front of him.
From Webster.
Oh, he's in.
Vale. I just wonder if the flag was going to go up then, but it didn't. It's a great chance.
Yeah, I think it was it Ben Elliott actually threaded it through to him. I mean, again, his first touch was decent, but I think he get caught underneath his feet here, Matt. I'd like to see it again. It just ricochets back in, and Elliott does really well then. Does he get stuck underneath his feet? Just a touch, and he just can't get it out. He's done well there, though, Ben, on a couple of occasions in and around the box, Matt. You know, I've been quite impressed with him.
McEachran asking Soonsup Bellew to give chase. Putting a low under pressure, and he dealt with that pressure very well. Here's Wellens.
Oh, well done, Sam McClelland.
Well, if you've only just tuned in, Chelsea are down to 10 men. You wouldn't know it, though.
Well, just as I said, just starting to find their feet a little bit, aren't they? You know, and starting to play their game. And again, there's a mistake there from the defender.
And here's Webster, and he's moved it on for Soonsup Bellew.
Oh, it's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
It is. Referee points to the spot, and Chelsea, 10-man Chelsea, get the perfect chance to go in front here. Soonsup Bellew brought down, him and Harvey Vale having a discussion as to who takes it. Vale scored from the spot on Monday.
Well, it's a miscontrol initially from the defender, and Soonsup Bellew looks as he's going to shoot it. Doesn't, just flicks it across. I think it's Olowu who comes across there, number 4. It's shocking defending. I mean, tried to play out there, but you can't do that. Plays the ball in, gets to him eventually, just flicks it over defender's outstretched leg. Definite contact. Penalty all day long.
Yeah, got some of the ball, but more of the man.
Well, Harvey Vale took it on Monday, so again he's pulled rank today and gets his opportunity again.
Like any good goal scorer, Jude wanted it. What an opportunity this is. Chelsea down to 10. Harvey Vale looking to score his 3rd goal of the season already. Alou was booked for that challenge, by the way. Kovar doing all he can to unsettle Vale. Oh, brilliant. How about that from Harvey Vale? Right into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper didn't guess right. He wouldn't have kept it out, even if he did. And Chelsea have the lead with 17 minutes to play.
Well, if he'd done his homework on Monday night, he'd have seen he went to the same corner, but the penalty wasn't as convincing as that. The goalkeeper of Spurs actually dived under it on that occasion. If he'd gone the right way, he wouldn't have saved it. Great power, great accuracy, and being a goal down, we've actually come back and looked decent, got our rewards, and now we've got to hold on for 17 minutes to be a well-earned victory.
Perfect placement from Harvey Vale. What a start to the season for the 17-year-old. His 3rd goal of the campaign. And Chelsea ahead, despite having a man less than their opponents.
I talked earlier about Chelsea being brave on the ball, and that's what can happen when you are brave on the ball and you want to play out. And it was Hardley who actually gave the first ball away, and obviously created the opportunity for Soon Subelt to go past Alowu, who give the penalty away. And sometimes it can come back to haunt you, but that's what the coaches want them to do. They want them to play out from the back and take risks.
Chelsea had a strong end to last season. Only lost one of the last 11 over last season in this competition before tonight. Fernandez. Ugoe. Decisive from Sharman Lowe.
Absolutely spot on there. That's what the defenders want to hear. Keepers, and he comes out and command his box there. The little ricochet favoured him, but good reactions.
Well, it often goes one of two ways, doesn't it? When you go down to 10 men, it either galvanises you or it makes you fall apart, and it's been the former from Chelsea so far.
Well, I think it took them 5 to 10 minutes to get over it, didn't it, Matt? You know, United had plenty of possession, as they are now, but without really hurting Chelsea. But Chelsea gradually got their foot on the ball, and but it was a self-inflicted mistake which created the penalty.
Swiderski. In from Savage, or McNeil. He was offside. Flags up anyway.
I know he's getting a little bit more time on the ball now. Savage has done all right in his last 10 minutes. He's probing, he's playing. That was a real good set piece just now where they got a ball into the 6-yard box at great pace. That ball there was hit from McNeil. McNeil just plays on the shoulder, and he's always looking at that fine line. I've watched his runs a little bit in his last 5 minutes, and he's been offside 2 or 3 occasions if they'd hit the ball in. So I think he's got to be careful with his runs, and obviously it suits Chelsea at the moment that he keeps drifting offside.
13 minutes plus a fair bit of stoppage time to go. Elliott. Nice touch from Rankin.
Oh, it's too much.
He's made a difference as well, though, hasn't he, since his introduction at half-time?
Yeah, he's pushed Fernandes back, and a couple of times Fernandes' defender's been shocking against him. One cross was poor to the far stick, the other one, Harvey Val, was much better, and yeah, he's made a big difference down that right-hand side.
Mela did well. Wellens, good tackle from Vale. Come out to Shoretire, but he couldn't find a teammate. Fernandes coming forward now.
He's offside again, isn't he?
Didn't want to touch the ball because he knew he was, McNeil.
Done well there, Judson, Bell. I mean, we've got to get out. United are going to put us under pressure. There's remaining 12 minutes, and does really well. Draws a foul from the young centre half. I think it's hardly again, and we get a chance, as I said, to get our breath and keep the ball.
I'm not sure how much faith Neil Wood's got in his substitutes, but this seems slightly weird that he's 11 minutes away from defeat against 10 men and hasn't brought anybody on yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. They've only got 4 subs, as you said earlier. I'm not quite sure if any of them are forwards, but as you say, you'd think he'd try and change it a little bit at the moment.
Like Chelsea, they've lost a couple of players who've gone out on loan. Dylan Levitt, the latest today, who's joined Dundee United. Ahmad Diallo, who impressed us when these two met up north in April. He's part of the first team squad now.
Charlie. Someone's got to talk to Charlie Webster there. He's had a flick at that. I mean, he's just got to bring it down, and Ben Elliott's behind him, as is George McEachran. He's got to do better than that.
Savage. Shoretire.
Foul off the ball.
Fouled there.
Yeah, and Mbuyamba's just seen the run there. He's played a lovely little 1-2. I think he's trying to pick out McNeil and go for the second ball, and Mbuyamba spotted that, and again the referee has a great vantage there right in front of him. Shoretire there, great touch, great first touch. Mbuyamba, yep, cynical.
Shoretire is going to take the free kick himself by the looks of it. Fernandes is interested too.
Well, a bit like the situation earlier with George McEachran, that's a big wall when we've got our centre-backs in there, and apart from McClelland, who's picking up in the box, that's he's got to get that over and into the net, so it's a tough task there for Shoretire.
Over the wall, but over the bar as well. Trying to think of a save of any note that Sharman Lowe's had to make in the second half. Big contrast to the first.
Absolutely, yeah, and the one he made from Savage in that first half kept us in the game, and you're absolutely spot on, Matt. And do you know what's sort of frustrating me a little bit, and I shouldn't be because it's United that are doing it, is their set pieces. They seem to just stroll up to the ball and aimlessly put it into air. I mean, there was no real desire on Shoretire to... Obviously, he's trying to get it on the target, but he didn't show any desire, and the quality of the strike was awful. So, very, very strange. Great ball.
Ngueth into the channel for Savage. Good challenge to take it off the boot of Shoretire that time. Fernandez. Elliott's got absolutely nothing in front of him.
He's done fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant, Ben Elliott. Well done, son. Just looking for options, Matt. Looking around, no Chelsea shirt within 20 yards of him, and ends up getting a free kick 10 yards in the Man United half.
What was particularly impressive about that is he doesn't throw his arms out and have a sulk. He gets on with the game and thinks, what's the best thing I can do here? Win a free kick. Well shielded by Humphreys, had a good game back there.
Yeah, and he did on Monday again. I don't want to keep harping back to Monday, but he did there as well.
United will make a change soon. Vale and Soonsup-Bell getting in each other's way though.
Yeah, and he's given a free kick there for pulling him back. And again, it's Shoretire who's not very impressed with the referee's action there on giving him a free kick, but he definitely was contact as Harvey Vale was making him run down that left-hand side. You can see all the way along. He's pulling him back. He's pulling him back. They eventually run into each other, but the damage has been done.
So it is going to be Dylan Hugoworth who is withdrawn here. He's caused Chelsea some problems in the second half, but he gives way now, so that Mateo Mejia, who came in from Real Zaragoza a couple of years ago but got injured on his debut and was out for a long time, he's working his way back to fitness now, and he's on for the last 5 minutes or so. We'll probably get 5 minutes of stoppage time after the sending off and the injury that led to that. So Chelsea a long way from home and dry yet.
Yeah, I love that ball there. The fact that it shows intent, they want to go forward. Charlie Webster's the only person up front. They could play it back, they could play it across, but they play it into an area we get a throw on, 2 or 3 yards off their byline, and we're in a great area, and it's a long way for them to go to get back into this game.
Game management's been first class from Chelsea since Brookings' dismissal. Here's Mbuyamba.
Soonsup-Bell's in.
It's a great ball as well. Just wouldn't quite bounce for him. Vale to it across. Chelsea, unsurprisingly, reluctant to commit too many numbers into the penalty area there.
Oh, it's a foul there from Ben Elliott, but his low wave play on. Got a bit of an overlap here, Matt.
Mella. Here's Fernandez. Mella's come left side since that change. Fernandez has worked his way into the middle here, and he's drilled it in for the equaliser. It's a fine goal from Alvaro Fernandez, and United back level late on.
Yeah, I made the point in the first half, he loves getting forward. He was slightly erratic with some of his passing, but he does really well here. I mean, I think the defenders can look at themselves. I think Mbuyamba here is making the comment that he didn't get a lot of help. He drives into that area, but he sells Mbuyamba the dummy initially and gets into a great area. He's still got plenty to do. The angle doesn't favour him. Here, I don't think Mbuyamba does himself any favours. He sort of dives in, commits himself, leaves that space in behind, but that's one hell of a strike. I mean, the angle don't favour him, but the power of the strike beats the goalkeeper.
Lets himself in scoring, but he's got United level. Another change. Charlie Savage is the man who's gone off, and Alejandro Garbanaccio has come on to take his place. Soon-Sat-Bell looking to restore Chelsea's lead. He managed to get the shot off.
Yeah, it's a corner's come off the defender. Again, good move from Soon-Sat-Bell. You know, just before that goal, I was saying we was going forward in numbers, and I think we got caught out there, and that was the problem. It left a little bit of space in behind for the defenders. Rankin couldn't get back. Mbuyamba sold himself a little bit the wrong side of the defender, and they ended up getting the equalising goal, and that's because I think we were going forward and trying to get the second.
From Webster, straight into the gloves of Kovar.
Yeah, I think he's caught. Mbuyamba's caught the goalkeeper. I think there's nothing malicious here, but he has been booked, so just put the ball down and let the keeper get some treatment. But he's just caught him on the back of the head there as he's tried to make that challenge.
Not too much in that. Again, gives the chance for both teams to come over and get some instruction. Looks like United are going to maybe have to make a change. The substitute goalkeeper is Dermot Mee, and he's warming up. United Lincoln in the EFL Trophy on Tuesday, and then they've got the derby against Manchester City on Saturday of next week. Chelsea at Exeter Tuesday, then it's West Ham away, Man City away. Also got Arsenal, which is here at Stamford Bridge, and Liverpool to play before the end of September. Concern here though for the United goalkeeper Mate Kovar. 5 minutes of stoppage time signalled. We're going to get more than that, of course.
So they want to change the goalkeeper. I mean, it's amazing. We saw with Ziyech in Ireland last week the most innocuous of challenges. Obviously, he had to go off. Fortunately, he's fit now, and a little clip on the back of the head, but it just shows you what damage that can do.
He sat up at least. Not sure he knows what day it is though.
Yeah, they're going to change him. Yeah. They're on a stretcher.
Referee just checking what Kovar needs.
No, he's getting up. That's a good sign anyway. I think the substitute goalkeeper will come on anyway because it's an edge injury. Might be a little bit of concussion there, but fortunately the goalkeeper's walking off now.
So Dermot Mee will come on in his place. And we can say that the 5 minutes of stoppage time really start now, I guess. Well, can Chelsea try and test the new man early on here? Shoretire. Time for somebody to win it. Fernandez dispossessed by Rankin. Can he find Soon-Sup Bell here? Hasn't got much else in the way of support. Went back to Webster.
Too much.
Rankin won't give it up. Oh, he was close to keeping that in.
Just slightly over it from Charlie Webster. A great opportunity for Dion Rankin, but got to get back now. Fernandez is on the ball.
Timani Mella, that was a poor attempt to keep United in possession, and eventually Svidverski gives away the free kick.
Well, the Man United coach isn't pleased with that decision at all down below us, and I have to say, it looked like 6.5 a dozen for me. Soon-Sup Bell's coming back, looking at Shoretire and, was it Svidverski, sorry, and yeah, 50-50. You can see the few of the boys stretching now, Matt. What are we, 90-odd minutes in, and you know, they both had tough games at the weekend, and it's only a week in out of pre-season, and the old limbs are playing up a little bit.
Slightly risky one from Ben Elliott. Here's Vale. Rankin. No flag against Soon-Sup Bell. Worked it out to Rankin. Lovely feet from him, not once but twice. Any goal now's the winner. Bale. Webster. Oh, you could see the headlines.
Oh, absolutely, and to be fair, it's great movement again. George McEachran involved. Dion Rankin, fantastic movement. Eventually goes to Charlie Webster, and you know exactly what he's going to try and do with his right foot. Bend it into the far stick. Unfortunately, it's a miss hit, and it goes wide.
Here's Svidverski. Might be a couple of minutes to add on to the added time after the injury to the goalkeeper.
I think that's a goal kick anyway.
Yeah, no, it is a goal kick. You're right.
He's done well. Bashir Humphries done really well, stuck at the task there, and I think it's May tries to get goal side of him. Good defending.
Teddy Sharman Lowe not in a rush to get on with things. Chelsea will take the point. First half wobbly in defence. Second half, and particularly since down to 10 men, Chelsea have been quite impressive.
Yeah, very solid. I like this shape. I think Humphries and Sam McLennan, as I said, did great, and I think Muyamba's better in that position. So, and I think this young man's come on and made a difference as well. Soon-Sup Bell, his movements created problems, and obviously got the penalty for us. After 20 minutes, Matt, I felt that United were going to be the better side and you know, feared the worst. But we've certainly played our way into the game, and I think deserving of that point that we've got at the moment.
McEachran bullying his way into possession. Here's Elliott, now Webster. Didn't get the weight of the pass right. And then gave away a free kick, which will lead to the easiest decision the referee's ever got to make, to show a yellow card.
And he couldn't have had a better view if he'd actually stood there all day. But again, it's very cynical, a bit like the Brooking challenge earlier. It will definitely be a yellow card for Charlie Webster. But again, he looks as though he's actually hurt himself in making that challenge.
Card in hand for the official. It's the United substitute Majea, who was the player who was hurt. Webster just delaying the inevitable here. Has he
So
pulled something, or has he just got cramp?
I think it's severe cramp. Looks as though he's seized up. You see George McEachran trying to free his legs up a little bit with the cramp, but
well, we've played for 8 minutes over the 90, ref. We could just call it a draw.
Charlie Webster's got to come off there. Leaves us with 9 men.
Well, there can only be seconds left of the game.
Well, all the big guns are coming forward. The 2 centre-backs are forward. Olowu and Hardley.
There is the final whistle, and it finishes 1-1, a second draw of the week for Chelsea. And they will be relatively pleased to take a point here, I think. They were ahead when Harvey Vale scored from the penalty spot for the second game running, but that came after Josh Brooking had been sent off. Chelsea battled willfully with 10 men, but eventually, with 3 minutes of normal time to go, Fernandes got the equaliser. United will feel their efforts deserved. So the final score in this PL2 match at Stamford Bridge: Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. Let's have a look at how the action unfolded then. United on top early on, Tommy, and Teddy Sharman-Lowe quickly called into action.
Yeah, he was. There's a great ball played over to McNeil. McNeil, it's the shot to the near post. It's saved by the keeper. Comes out to Savage. And the keeper makes a fantastic save there. A great reaction save. Well hit by Savage. And I said, what, eight minutes into his debut. Great way to introduce yourself.
United had the better of the early going, but Chelsea had their chances too. Good to see Jaden Wareham from the off. And this was his opportunity in the first half, reactive.
Yeah, he did, and it was good movement as well in the 6-yard box there. Got half a yard at the near post, just couldn't get his body around and steer it onto the target. Ball gets it into him here, but his movement's good. He comes off the centre half, gets good contact, but just can't steer it onto the target.
Right on half-time, Xavier Mbiamba with a header that left him injured. He was OK to carry on, though. Yeah, and Jaden Wareham as well on the floor there, but such was the power of the attack from Mbiamba. It was a great ball played in by Charlie Webster, well attacked. Unfortunately, can't get above it to steer it onto the target. This was Harvey Vale next to go close for Chelsea. Foul in the build-up, but the referee was happy for play to go on. Yeah, good refereeing. Ball got played out to the left-hand side, and Harvey Vale again got to that near-post area. Again, it's a good flick. Good ball from George Nunn. Good flick, but again, he just can't get it round onto the target. And then came the moment we thought might be pivotal in the match. Josh Brooking sent off for that. Pretty reckless challenge. Yeah, it was reckless, it was cynical, it was everything that you don't want to see in the defender. The more I see it, the worse it gets. And Mbiamba was nowhere near him, so he was the last man. Definite red card. But after that, Chelsea arguably looked better than they had with 11. This was Elliott not quite getting out of his feet quickly enough. Yeah, it was Elliott to Harvey Vale, and Harvey Vale literally just got there and just tried to get it out. You say Elliott does really well here, battles on the edge of the box, plays a good ball for him, and the ball gets stuck underneath his feet there, and he just can't get enough power on it. Yeah, Vale going close, but he would get his goal. Man United, well, architects of their own downfall here. Yeah, sloppy play from Hardley, and the ball gets played to Soonsap Bell. Olowu jumps in there, so it's definitely contact and a definite booking and penalty. Poor defending, though, wasn't it? Trying to play their way out. Soonsap Bell, the substitute, the player who was fouled. But it was Vale who, for the second time this week, stepped up from 12 yards. That is how you take a penalty. Yeah, that's a proper penalty. As I said, he got a little bit lucky with his penalty on Monday night, but there was no mistakes with that one in the bottom corner, and a great way to take the lead. Chelsea, unfortunately, though, couldn't hang on. They did really well, but Fernandes found the moment of quality for United.
Yeah, he gets the ball. I don't think there's anything on for it, but Mbuyamba sells himself here, and then he breaks into the area. No defender there. It's a great strike to the far stick. The angle doesn't favour him, but the quality of the strike is enough to beat the goalkeeper. Mbuyamba there's got to stay goal side of him. He doesn't do that. Gives the opportunity to defend. A great finish from Fernandes.
So 1-1, it finished here. Remember on Sunday to join Joe Flemons and the gang for all the build-up to Chelsea versus Arsenal, or Arsenal versus Chelsea as is. 3:25, we are on air, all the build-up from the Emirates Stadium to the biggest game of the season so far, I think it's fair to say. Many thanks for your company this evening from Tommy Langley and myself, Matt Davis-Adams. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. Decent game. Chelsea still unbeaten at the start of the PL2 season. Final score, Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. We'll catch up with you again soon.